I was blessed by the OG herself. I'll never get tired of that voice note and what it means to me.
Well deserved, my friend. How are you feeling?
So much. Thank you, Frank. You have championed us.
I love this show.
So
I love this
yes,
show.
You do.
You know that.
I'm just so I'm overjoyed and just so full of gratitude. One of my best friends from high school, Sinclair, called me early this morning and he goes, wow, babe, because we went to a youth performing arts high school, and he goes, wow, babe, this is like what we dreamed of. So that was like beautiful for me to take that moment, and because it's crazy, we'll see you tonight, it never stops. We're so in it with these shows and committed to these shows, so it's nice to just to have this resonate in the heart right now.
Especially because the role was not something that you were initially so keen on doing right away. I mean, reflect on that in this incredible moment that you have right now.
Babe, it's the most unexpected dream role. Like, I really had no idea that that my dream would come true through this role. That's what me and my friend were even talking about. I was like, wow, I never imagined it'd come this way, But it has changed my life, and I got to spend time as Laverne Cox and I have knighted her as Dame Glenn Close. I spent time with her the other day, and she said that, oh God, wait, what were we talking about? My brain's all over the place. I'm so excited.
Dream role and taking on this role.
And not initially your dream role.
And it's one of the greatest roles ever, possibly ever, for a woman. So it's just, I'm in love with Norma Desmond. She's changed my life, and it's everything that I've worked and fought for and prayed for. I finally get to share my whole heart and all of my gifts through this performance and this production, the coolest production ever, which, by the way, which has been nominated 7 times, and for best revival of a musical, which is huge for us, because that means everyone wins. It's just acknowledging the entire company, the whole production, everyone, because it takes a village.
It does take a village. You mentioned Glenn Close, who obviously won the Tony Award in the 90s for creating Norma Desmond on Broadway. But the OG Norma Desmond, Patti LuPone, came to your show in December. And Patti sent me a voicemail message of a review of your performance. And I just want to play it right after she saw the show. Let's take a listen.
Hi, Frank. I saw Sunset Boulevard last night, and I went in with trepidation because I have strong feelings about the show. Not what happened to me in the show, but the show, period. I loved this production. I thought Nicole and Tom were stunning. I thought Nicole was unbelievable. She broke my heart. She is a force. I thought the cast was fantastic. The lighting, the use of the filming was something that I questioned because I don't know where I am. Am I at a movie or am I at the theater? This worked brilliantly. The whole thing. I was energized when I left the theater. I loved it.
So that moment happens with Patti, right? Now you and Patti are friends. You were blessed by Patti LuPone.
I was blessed by the OG herself. I'll never get tired of that voice note and what it means to me. I've always said it, I'm a Patti girl. I've referenced her my whole life, growing up, loving musical theater. I know the power, and I know how she commands the stage, and I know who she is. So that means everything coming from her. And I love that you said we're friends, but even me, I still geek out. When we were at the New Year's Eve.
We happened to be at Patti's New Year's Eve party.
Yes, and I came out of the elevator, obviously nervous, because I'm always nervous to be in social settings. I always feel like I'm such an introvert. And I walked out of her elevator and she's like, the queen has arrived. And I just couldn't believe it, because I'm like, no, babe, we're in the queen's house right now. We're in the queen's house. So, yes, she's just, and she just did a thing on Variety as well and said that I was audacious.
Yeah, to George Clooney, no less.
George Clooney.
Right?
So I'm just forever grateful, and that inspires me to want to be better and to dig even deeper. And I feel that way with Glenn's kind words as well. We're just seeing the show the other night.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Nicole, I have been sold on your athleticism and your versatility since the Buttons music video a very long time ago. But if you needed more proof, this show is that. I mean, the athleticism, the stamina.
Honey, it's coming into play.
What is the routine?
I train like an Olympian. I feel like before I go
shows.
out on stage, my friend was asking me, he was like, why do you do the trampoline? And I was like, yo, I'm like pacing back and forth like I'm a boxer about to go on stage, like I'm an Olympian. Like that's the level that we have to get physically, emotionally ready for this show. And I'm just so grateful that I have all that in my back pocket, because I've always wanted to just train myself like a weapon on that stage and to be on it. So
You're doing it.
The Olympian is now a Tony nominee.
Yeah.
So,
yes! Oh my gosh,
congratulations.
can I make a point out
Yeah.
that I'm really proud to make? My dear friend Keisha Lewis, who's in Hell's Kitchen at the moment, shared with me that every woman, leading woman on 44th Street on Broadway is a woman who of color, who is black or brown.
Amazing. Audra McDonald over at Gypsy, Jasmine Amy Rogers at Boob, Jade from Hell's Kitchen, Latanya Richardson Jackson over at Purpose. Wow, that's unbelievable.
It's going to be a
Nicole
great
Scherzinger.
Tony
So
show.
proud.
Nicole Scherzinger.
So
Thank you
proud.
so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Again, the Tony Awards will be on Sunday, June the 8th. On stage, we'll have full coverage of all of the Tony-nominated shows over the next several weeks. And we actually have a special on Thursday, June 5th at 9. On Stage presents Road to the Tonys for a look back at the best of the 2024-2025 Broadway season.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more premiere theater coverage and exclusive interviews, click the subscribe button. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you there.